Today's lesson is called Free to Love, and the subtitle is Healing Wounds. So, one of the things that often happens for us as we really, really want to improve our relationship, we want to love more, we want to open our hearts, to share vulnerabilities, to feel emotionally connected. All of that intention is there, and yet we might also feel angry with our partner. We might also have regrets about past decisions that they made or that we made. We might have anxiety about the relationship, irritation, fear. There might be a lack of communication. There's countless things, right, that kind of get in the way of our freedom to love. So, what I want to help you with today, I'm hoping, of course, that it's helpful, is that we can have this beautiful intention to be free of our own things that hinder us to having that really embracing connected love that we want and that we're developing and practicing with. And at the same time, we don't want to bypass or push away, reject the emotions that surface in us that are angry or resentful or irritated or anxious. All emotions, you could say, are welcome. They're part of us, and they may be closely linked to a part of ourself. So, how do we then, on the one hand, embrace love and kind of step closer to our loving, open hearted, vulnerable being and remain kind, compassionate, and able to heal what is hurt or wounded or angry within us? So I think here it's very helpful to do a little bit of what we call parts work. And we've been using parts of self work in our activation method coaching for a very long time. And recently, I also became very interested in internal family systems work. Now, I am not trained in that method, but you will find some language that is both in our tradition and in internal family systems. But the basic idea is that you, I, everyone we know has many multiple parts of us. And sometimes it can feel like a part of us is really sort of leading the show. And we all have a very beautiful inner, resourceful, higher self or whole self, loving self that can be the leader in our life and can hold the room and the space for all of our emotions and all the different parts of us. So, part of being free to love is honoring this whole loving true self within and knowing that the emotions that arise, the parts of us that speak to us that may warn us to close off or stay protected or to be angry, to set off an alarm, whether internally or externally, those parts are valuable as well. And we can discern, we can learn to discern what is going on and what do I need right now. So there will be moments, there will be days or hours where our freedom to love is very vibrant, very awake, very open, very present, and we feel that love. We feel like a flow of love that goes out towards whoever we're in relationship with, and it flows back into us, and we're in that beautiful connection. And then there will be other days, other times, other hours where that flow is a little bit blocked and we're not as free to love, but we are free to heal. So I think this is the main kind of movement to realize is it's okay to be in this process. of specific times where you're able to set all your intentions, share, connect, do all the practices here in Passion Patterns training. And there will be days and hours and weeks and, times when we're more in a healing zone. And in the healing zone, there can still be minutes and hours of that freedom to love. And there can also be those times when we are processing the emotion that's arising with self-love, with compassion. And we do have a whole module here on self-compassion that you can use to help you embrace that inner feeling of self-care, of deep understanding for oneself. So when in that time of healing, you can ask yourself, what part of me is needing my attention right now? And see what answer you get. Your whole self, your true self that is always there, will give you an answer. And when you receive that answer, apply that curiosity and compassion to yourself. Okay, what do I need right now? What does this feeling need? So we name the emotion that's arising. We ask ourselves, what does it want to tell us? What is it sharing? And write it down. And then ask yourself, do you have a question that you want to ask that feeling? Or do you have a need that's showing up? Like, I need comfort, I need reassurance, or I need exercise, I need fresh air, or I need distraction, or I need to speak to someone, or I need to journal. And with that healthy discernment, you learn to take care of what you need that's arising in those healing moments. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be like a big wave of healing that now you're all fresh and clear. It'd be great if it was that way. And sometimes it does feel that way. And we can connect to our resources and we can ground our energy and we can feel more of that love in our body and in our nervous system. And sometimes it's more subtle. Like, okay, I say the kind words to myself. I listen. I'm curious. I name it. And maybe that resentment or irritation will lessen a little bit. And I won't be totally free to love yet, but that's okay. I know it's a process. I know that I'm doing the best I can. And then something happens. There's a beautiful moment. You have a great memory. You're with your partner and they take your hand and you want to connect with them. You can give yourself permission. Right now, I'm free to love. Right now, I'm free to connect. You are not needing to commit to forever being unprotected or forever not having anger. My guess is, because you're a human, anger has been helpful at times in relationship to create healthy boundaries. And I'm guessing that irritation is kind of like a subset of anger. It's been helpful also to protect yourself. And sadness, anxiety, stress, they're also there to serve us, to take care of us. So, of course, we want to reduce them, we want to ease them. And when we listen to those feelings and we take care of ourselves, we are healing them. It's important to know they're not rejected and they're not like put away from us, forever gone, when we are in a more loving, free, open, vulnerable state. We are flexible. We will flow through these different states. And that is part of being human. That's part of being in relationship. So there's a really beautiful self-permission in this. I really hope that you can practice this self-permission. And I would say that the homework, if you want to do a little homework this week, kind of notice maybe midday or end of the day, was I free to love today, or was I free to heal? If I was free to love, is there a little extra love that I want to flow out and in towards me? And what will I do to create that? If I was free to heal, is there a healing practice that will serve me? Is there self-compassion? Is there inner kindness? Is there curiosity? Is there presence? Is there a release that's needed, or a journaling, or a talking? So we're becoming really masterful at knowing ourselves, knowing what part of ourself is showing up and what's needed, and giving ourselves permission to be free to love and permission to be free to heal. Okay. I look forward to our next time together. I wasn't sure how to end that, so talk soon. Bye bye.